Hello everyone. During the TRC car tutorial number 5, we discussed about the magnetic flux model with an electrical circuit. In this tutorial, we will review the magnetic flux BS or NBS, the impact of the magnetic circuit saturation on the coil current, and we will do the comparison between magnetic and electrostatic for the energy and the pressure. Even if I think that NBS is not too much physical, I try to find a way to visualize the NS area. If we take a 3 turns coil and we separate each turn, we can visualize the 3 time BS. But if we connect the 3 centers of the 3 turns in a single point O, we can create an area delimited by the red wire of the 3 turns coil and both radius R1 and R2. This area value is NS and the magnetic flux goes through this NS area. But again, even if we can imagine the area representing the NS as we just did, I will insist that phi equal BS, represented by the current in the electrical model of the magnetic circuit, and each turn C, the derivative of the flux, is a more physical view. And again, the derivative of the global NBS over time is a mathematical view. When we apply a voltage on an inductor, we will force the magnetic flux in the magnetic circuit with the formula U equal d phi over dt. So when we apply a voltage at t equals 0, at the point 1, the magnetic flux reaches phi 1 linearly from 0. This will continue to the point 2 to get phi 2. If the magnetic circuit starts to saturate between the B value B2 and B3, as the input voltage forces a linear increase of B from B2 to B3, the current will increase much more to reach B3 value because of the magnetic circuit saturation. So the result of the magnetic circuit saturation is a high current in the coil, a little bit as a short circuit. So to solve this problem, almost all the magnetic circuit uses an air gap, which will have the effect of increasing the magnetic circuit length to get a more linear permeability mu. Now we will calculate and compare the magnetic and electrostatic energies. For the magnetic side, on the x-axis, we have the vector H in ampere tour by meter and the electric field in volt by meter on the electrostatic side. On the y-axis, we have P in Weber by meter square for magnetic side and D, displacement vector in Coulomb by meter square. The slope is the permeability and the permittivity. The energy is UIT. For the magnetic side, we replace U by d phi over dt. So dW equal I d phi, but as d phi equal ns dB and ni equal HL, dW equal H Ls dB. On the electrostatic side, we replace I by dq over dt as q equal ds and dq equal s dd. dW becomes E Ls dd. Ls term equal volume, so the integral of h dB or E dd, it's hb over 2 or ed over 2, represented by the gray area. Now we will calculate and compare the magnetic and electrostatic pressure between two capacitor plates and inside the magnetic air gap. In both cases, we can define a volume SE between plates or SL air gap volume. Based on the previous slide, we have energy by volume equal to half HB or half ED. The pressure unit is Newton by meter square, but with international unit system it is noted M over LT square. If we do the evaluation of the units of B square over mu and epsilon E square over 2, we will find a pressure unit. For the electrostatic, the pressure is related with the surface density of charge noted sigma. I want to thank you for your attention. On my next Thierry Sicard tutorial number 7, we will review the permanent magnet and the magnetic bit improvement since the 60s. See you soon and stay tuned.